Hello, students. Very good evening. Here are some rules and exceptions related to nouns, which we should keep in mind, especially those who are giving competitive exams. So, let us start. For competitive exams, a thorough understanding of the rules and exceptions related to nouns is crucial, as this topic is a frequent source of error spotting and sentence correction questions. So please keep in mind that error spotting on sentence correct questions come from noun most of the time. So here are some rules. Key noun concepts to study. Students should focus on the following aspects of noun grammar. Types of noun, first of all. So that's a identify and differentiate between the main types. So you know that proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, material noun. I would start from common noun, name of common thing, boy, girl, room, right? Kitchen, spoon. Then proper noun, for example, college is common noun and St. Paul College is proper noun. Uh, State is common noun, Madhya Pradesh is proper noun. Then collective noun like jury, that's a group of judges. Then flock, right? So that's a group of birds. Fleet, group of sheep. Ship, right? Herd, a group of cattle. Something, right? Abstract noun which can be felt only, which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched, which cannot be smelled, which can be felt only. That is abstract noun, right? Motherly, uh, brotherhood, something like this. Material noun, that's a name of material. So these are the five categories of noun. The key is to understand their function. Important thing is function and the specific grammatical rules that apply to each type. Number. We know that there are singular and plural of noun, right? Book, books, wolf, wolves, right? Lady, ladies, and some irregular forms are there. This is a critical area with many tricky rules and exceptions. What's the tricky rules and exception? Irregular plural, right? We are going to study irregular plurals, noun always singular, nouns always plural, nouns with same singular or plural form. Singular है तो singular, plural है तो plural. So that's a irregular form. First of all, we have to see that's a irregular plurals, right? So some nouns that form their plural in irregular ways means irregular forms of noun. Usually cat, cats, dog, dogs, wolf, wolves, right? Baby, babies. These are the common. You know that remove F and put VES, remove Y, put IES. These right from childhood you studied. But some irregular forms you have to keep in mind. These are men, right? So that is men, men and men, right? Then child and children, foot, feet. This is also common, but then these are the irregular forms. Then so that's a plural, irregular plurals. Then nouns always singular. We have to memorize nouns that are always treated as singular and take a singular verb, of course, because some nouns are treated as singular, so take singular verb despite sometimes ending in s, though it sounds plural, but it is singular form. News, physics, advice, furniture, information, scenery. These are the and many more are always used as singular noun. Now, nouns always plural, and some of the nouns are always plural. Know the nouns that are always used as the plural form, right? And takes plural verb, of course, because uh, such nouns are treated as plural, so it will take plural verb. Scissors, trousers, spectacles, cattle, police, people. These are the pair. But then, apart from this, please keep in mind cattle, police. Police is very important. People. These are the nouns always used as plural. है ना? So it will be followed by plural verb. Then nouns with the same singular or plural form. Some of the nouns are either singular, so always singular. Whether it is being used in plural situation, but then it will be, if it is singular, then singular, plural, then plural. Understand nouns that remain unchanged, right? Unchanged in both singular and plural forms. Deep, sheep, series, series, aircraft, always plural, always either singular or plural. So that's a, the deer is the I have seen the deer is very beautiful, right? And mm, we have seen many deer in, many deer are grazing, right? So many deer were grazing in the many deer were grazing on the hills, right? Something like this. So that's a, I have seen uh, number of sheep, so that is number of sheeps were grazing on the hill, something like this, right? Okay. Now, countable versus uncountable nouns. So that is the first thing, that number don't take for granted. Keep in mind singular, plural. Some nouns are list of noun. Nouns always treated as plural. A list of nouns always treated as singular, and some remain same whether it is singular or plural forms. But it will such nouns are always same, right? So number, read carefully the number, right? Types of noun, read it. That's a thorough study should be done, because that's very important part. So first of all, you should know the difference among all different kinds of noun. Number two, number. So just number, the chapter number, noun, different types of nouns. So please read carefully singular and plural form, how many types of singular and plural, and what's the different, like say for example, plural of commander in chief. So what's the plural? Commanders in chief. Mother in law, mothers in law, right? Not mother in laws, no. Not mothers in laws, no. Mothers in law, commanders in chief, right? Step brothers. Another example, media, medium, criterion, criteria, phenomenon, phenomena, something, syllabi, syllab, है ना? तो that's a syllabus, right? So that all list should be taken care. Read it carefully, right? Now moving to next is countable versus uncountable nouns. So that's a, this distinction is vital. Sorry, sorry, slip of tongue. This distinction is vital for subject verb agreement. You know that subject verb agreement is also very important part of grammar. So here a countable and uncountable noun. So that must be very clear. This concept must be very clear. What are the countable nouns and what are uncountable nouns, so that you'll be able to do subject verb agreement and the correct use of quantifiers, right? Quantifiers, quantity, which shows the quantity. So quantifiers, let us see what is quantifier. Quantifiers, learn which quantifiers are used with each type, right? So quantifiers, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns use words like many, few, number, several, right? Number of people were standing outside, right? Several students uh, attended the session, right? Few students submitted file, many students were talking the same, right? So these are the countable nouns, and for countable nouns these are the words are used for countable noun. For uncountable nouns, much, right, little, amount, quantity. So these are the nouns which are used for liquid, right? For uh, uncountable noun like rice, like small grains, etc. Then articles. Articles, remember that uncountable nouns generally do not take indefinite article, means a or n, of course, because a or n is one. So which is generally, which does not, that cannot be used for uncountable nouns, right? So that is material and abstract nouns are typically uncountable, of course. That is also material. That's a gold, not golds, right? Gold is a precious matter. Abstract noun, she is motherly, right? So these are the uncountable noun. Now, next is, next you have to focus on, read all these topics carefully and read in details. Here I'm just giving you idea that noun, this the part of grammar should not be taken for granted. Many questions cover from this corner, so that is why what you have to read, right? So next topic is collective nouns. Collective nouns, understand that collective nouns like jury, team, right? These are the government, committee, flock, fleet, herd, right? Herd, right? So these all are, and many more are called collective nouns, can be treated as singular, can be treated as, when the group acts as a single unit. The army, right? The army has come, or armies have come, right? The jury has given the decision, or juries, so number of judges. Team, Indian team has come, teams have arrived, like this. Means when the members of the group act as individuals, right? Or individuals, so that is plural, okay? But when as a single unit, so it will be singular, okay? Now, the verb form depends on the context and intended meaning, so that according to context you have to choose the verb. But yes, collective noun, read it carefully. Number of words, number of collective nouns are there, how do they use, please read it carefully. Then possessive case, learn the correct use of apostrophe and s to show possession for singular, right? Singular and plural nouns. So singular, you know, boys book, boys, there is no boys, there is no boys and again s, that is enough, boys school, right? Plural not ending in s, like, that is men's gym, right? So that's a some irregular plural not ending in s, so that is not men's, not, this is wrong, right? So that's a men, men is already plural, men's gym, right? So know the rule for possession with non living things. Possession with non living things, right? Where the preposition of for non living thing, possession for living thing, men's, girls, hostel, okay. But uh, wheel, that's a foot of the chair, not chair's foot, chair. For non living thing, we use off, right? So that is, you know that, but that is just you have to brush up your knowledge. That's a know the rule for possession with non living things, where the preposition of is generally preferred. The roof of the house, not the house roof. Important, because it's non living thing, right? With some exceptions like time, space, and personified object, right? Days, leave, right? So that's a personified, as a days leave, days is personification. We are treating day as a person, so then days leave we can use. Otherwise, in case of time and space, we can say that the times um, incident, or space um, space aircraft, right? Something. Otherwise, for non-living thing, we use of preposition, and for living things, we use s, apostrophe s. Last part you should read, that's a noun as part of phrases. Study how nouns function in compound nouns, passerby, right? So plural is passers by. I told you commanders in chief, mothers in law, sisters in law, stepmothers. So s is added into the noun, not other part. So that is part of phrases, and how they are pluralized. We should take care, right? And be aware of nouns whose meaning changes when they are used in plural form. For example, air and airs, right? So air is atmosphere and airs is proud behavior. So that's a sometime nouns used in plural form meaning changes. So you have seen that noun is a very big chapter, and you should read it one by one, all the mm, concepts like types of noun. First of all, right, read it carefully, read it in detail, 2 3 4 5 pages, how many. Then number, singular, plural, or same. And then countable, uncountable nouns, like countable nouns, many, few, and others. And then uncountable, much, few, sorry, much, little, amount. Then articles for nouns, right? So that for uncountable noun, generally um, uh, indefinite article does not use. Then for abstract nouns, right? Material and abstract nouns are typically uncountable. That is, we know that that is also uncountable. So that's there is no indefinite article is not used for uncountable noun. Then collective nouns, read it carefully, number of list, number of things, singular, plural, everything. So for noun, I tell you. Then possessive case, read it carefully, and then noun as part of phrases, right? So noun means number. Noun means what you have to study, number, right? And then uh, that's a gender, and then that's a number, gender, and then um, one more thing, singular, plural, right? And then uh, gender, male, female, neuter gender, right? Noun. And then that's what we have discussed, that's articles with noun, articles with noun, right? So these are the important thing I have told you. Then subject verb agreement, that is also, then we can move, but then read these rules and exceptions carefully for competitive exams especially, right? Find out the error, spotting the error always comes from this side. So thank you so much. God bless you.